Hello there everyone, Shippy here. Hope everyone out there is doing well and today back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game pocket. Today's video, I feel like trying out this Charizard deck that I put together to see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. It's pretty simple in its composition. It just revolves around Charizard, Heat Rotom, and Moltres. But I will have the entire deck list in the description of the video below should you want to try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. I will be straight up, this deck is probably not the best way you want to run Charizard, but this is just something I'm experimenting with all the new fire cards that we've gotten, so I'm just trying to plug and play a bunch of different things, see what sticks and what doesn't with playing Charizard here. But yeah, I'll try to explain my entire game plan and why I picked Heat Rotom to pair with Charizard when we actually get into our first set of matches. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling, and let's go find our first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and unfortunately we're gonna have to go first, which is not good because we're gonna be off to a little bit of a slower start. And we didn't get the opening hand we want, but them's the break sometimes. So with this version of the Charizard deck, you do want to start out with Moltres typically, as is the case with any Charizard deck. And we do get Moltres, but we have no way to get a Heat Rotom out at the moment. But yeah, it's the same premise or game plan as any other Charizard deck that you would typically see. You want to start out with Moltres and be building up your Heat Rotom or Charizard or Charmander, Charizard, whatever in the back. I've opted to go with Heat Rotom in this particular deck over like a Moltres or Arcanine, just for a little bit of experimentation, and just because Heat Rotom, as you can see, it does 30 damage, but if you can flip a coin. If you get heads, it does 60, and it's only a 2-cost attack. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but I just wanted to see if you could pair it with Charizard and kind of use it as good fodder if you get off to a good enough start with it. It may not be a fruitful experiment, but I just felt like trying some other stuff besides the typical. I mean, I am running Moltres still, but wanted to see what all I could pair Charizard with and have it still work. But we are kind of in a bad way, unfortunately, because they got their Darkrai in active spot. They're going to be actively doing damage, and we have to waste resources because we didn't draw into Moltres first, and I still can't use Moltres' effect. So we are behind the 8-ball, unfortunately, and they have a huge advantage. But hopefully we can hit on these coin tosses. That's about the only shot we're going to have beating Darkrai. It looks like they're trying a Darkrai Crobat deck. But I haven't seen... I mean, Arceus hasn't been out that long at the time of recording, so I haven't seen too much of the Arceus deck builds. And damn it, yeah, this is... We're going to have a hard time getting going. And I did draw in the Leaf so I can get Heat Rotom out for free. But still, we're only gonna get like a turn with Moltres at this rate. Yeah, I feel sometimes it's just when you're playing Charizard, it almost just feels like insurmountable to get caught up if you don't start with Moltres and your opening hand, and you have to go first on top of it. Like, it just, especially when they're playing something like Darkrai, it just feels like it is profoundly difficult to get caught back up, especially if I don't hit on these coin tosses. It's probably game set match, if I'm being completely honest. And I only hit on one, so we are behind the 8-ball. I'm probably gonna have to just sacrifice Moltres in order to have any shot of getting Charmander into Charizard, which is not ideal, but I'm not gonna be able to get Heat Rotom built up either, so I'm just gonna have to eat it. And we're going to have to hold out for Charmander, or Charmeleon, as much as I can. So I got both Charizards, but no Charmeleon makes us hurt. And I didn't get a Charmeleon. Yeah, the draws aren't going away, and having to go first really kind of screwed me here, unfortunately. But that happens. Can't always have good luck all the time. But I am going to have to sacrifice the Moltres in order to have any... And I'm just not getting nothing on these coin tosses either. Alright, I don't know if I can win now, because even if I get Charmeleon, I'm going to get pot-shotted by Darkrai and then just taken out by said Darkrai as well. And they might have a... Well, I was going to say, they might have a Dawn where they could... pass the energy up to this Darkrai, hit me for 40. But yeah, unfortunately the writing was on the wall for this one. way too slow of a start, and they got started way too quickly. Well, that's unfortunate, but well, that just happens. Sometimes the luck just does not go your way, and it goes all the way for your opponent. But them some breaks, as I say all the time. But good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we're going first again. Damn it. Alright, hopefully I can at least start with Moltres, and I didn't. I started out with Charmander. These have not been good hands to start out. This has all been really, really, really unfortunate. But I have belief, so if I can draw into Moltres, ideally on this turn or the next, we still can be in okay shape. But if we're going up against Darkrai or something that gets started pretty fast, like Pikachu or Water, then we might be in trouble again. Alright, let's start with the Eevee. And the Eevee could mean really anything. But we do have a Charmeleon in hand, that's not bad. But unfortunately, I don't have anything else. So I'm just going to put the Rocky Helmet on the Charmander to maybe make them second guess attacking me. But if they get lucky on this Eevee and get 3 heads, then this duel's already over. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And hopefully it doesn't just speak it into existence. And they are playing water. I should have been paying attention to the energy in the background. I actually get to check that initially when I'm wondering what a deck is. So yeah, this is definitely some sort of water deck. Probably either Gyarados or Palkia, if I were to take a guess here. Unless there's some new combination I'm not aware of. I mean, there is the new like Glaceon and a few other water cards. I can't remember all that came in the new like Arceus pack that just recently came out. But they're going with Finneon, so okay, they must have a Lumion. So this is like some sort of Greninja kind of sniper build, maybe. But they got Kangaskhan, and if they get 2 heads here, this is a done deal. So hopefully that didn't happen. Alright, they miss, but they hit on the second one, and I am now on the back foot because I have to really, 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 really draw a basic here. I mean, I got Charmeleon, so I can drag it out, but... Well, I've got Heat Rotom. Doesn't really do much for me at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and evolve into Charmeleon. And I will use Leaf to get Charmeleon out. And we have to just bide our time with Heat Rotom back here and get started very slowly on Charmeleon. And yeah, that's all I can do. And we do have a Charizard in hand, but we're going to need about 3 turns before we can do anything at all with it. And hopefully they'll hit in this Misty, or else this is going to be really problematic. Alright, thankfully they don't. Thankfully we get a little bit lucky here. There's mercy to be had. But I don't know if that'll continue or not. They do hit on the heads. Alright, they just hit on 1, so we can drag things out a little bit. We kind of have to make this duel last as long as we possibly can to have any sort of shot. And still not hitting on Moltres, so this is going to be basically going to be a rough one. Alright, well, we'll continue to build our Charizard. And hopefully I can see something good to me. I mean, by the time I get Moltres at this point, they may have been started with their plan, but I don't really know what this deck is trying to do. I'm being completely honest. They got Vaporeon, they got Kangaskhan. And they've got a Lumion, but are they running something else? Is there a Palkia in this? Is there maybe a Greninja for like the double sniper kind of thing? I mean, the good thing is Vaporeon, I mean, not that they would want to, can't shift energy into Kangaskhan. Has to be another water type, so they can't put 2 extra if they wanted to, let's say, like, retreat Kangaskhan here. There's Moltres. But, unfortunately, we can't really do anything worth a damn in this turn here, because I have to spend energy to get Heat Rotom out. Alright, well, next turn we can start building our Charizard up, but thankfully they're running a deck like this and that's something that gets started quickly, or else we'd have been in trouble before we even had a chance to get started. So, okay, hopefully we can get hit on some coin tosses, and then if I get Charizard built up enough, then we can actually start sweeping. But I'm going to have to waste resources on another turn and delay. No, we don't want him to KO Heat Rotom here, but I'm going to have to waste an energy getting him out. Alright, yeah, we'll just absorb the 30. Get another Charmander, but once again, I can't build because I have to waste another energy getting Heat Rotom out. Okay, let's get Moltres back in. And we can't do anything else, unfortunately. So, hopefully to God, they don't tag me out again. And I can actually get Charizard going. Because, my God. This has been a long affair so far. Let's see what they opt to do. I mean, they could have a Leaf. Well, they put an energy into Vaporeon. And they're going to Cyrus back in. They're going to Cyrus in my Charizard. Okay. Well, I will be able to KO the Kangaskhan next turn. But I really don't want Charizard in here because we want to build him. And that Vaporeon will do a shit ton of damage to me. So not going very well so far. But the problem is, if I retreat Charizard here, then we kind of just lose all momentum. So I'm just going to take the Kangaskhan out. Now they can switch Vaporeon in here. And they will do 80 to Charizard, which is not good, but I can take out that Vaporeon, but they did not opt to do that. But they can't swap any water energy into this Eevee. All right, they can't do anything with Lumion either. Well, actually, I take that back. They absolutely can. So he's going to do 50 damage to the Heat Rotom, I would wager. To just take it out. Now my problem here, again, is that I don't want to waste Crimson Storm. Because it was going to take me a while to get Charizard built up and it won't take 2 hits. So I'm going to play Sabrina. And either they're going to let me KO Vaporeon, or they're going to be willing to sacrifice the Eevee. Now, I'm hoping they're willing to sacrifice the Eevee, because I don't have to spin Crimson Storm if they do that. Okay. So now, they can't kill Charizard. They don't have anything with enough horsepower to do that. Or firepower, whatever you want to say. So, and they can't one-shot anything on my bench either. So Vaporeon can attack, but the most it can do is 80. Even with the Geo, 90 is all we're looking at. And they conceded. Okay, they saw that what would happen. So that was a nightmare start. We happened to just survive that, mostly because they weren't really playing anything meta, thankfully. But yeah, not great starts, but hopefully in the next duel we can actually get the ideal hand and start up here. But yeah, good game to the opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here, and we do have the good fortune of finally going second. So hopefully we have a Moltres in our hand, and I've not hit on Moltres in my opening hand yet. Alright, well unfortunately we've got Charmander and nothing else. Alright, well I finally get to go second, but then just no Moltres, so not an ideal start again. I've not had an ideal hand in any of these matches so far. But let's see if we can still get something done here. And I can draw on the Moltres, but we're still going to be a little behind because I can't get him going immediately. But it looks like we might be going up against Dialga. But thankfully this Mew can't attack yet. And they put the Rocky Helmet on. That's fine, because I'm not going to attack into it yet. Oh, so this is an Arceus deck. Interesting. I don't know what you can do within a Arceus Steel deck, but we will find out. Alright, well, let's get a Fire Energy into Charmander. And I mean, I'm not going to attack anyway, so it really doesn't matter if his Arceus is in here or Mew is up here. Can't attack. Well, he can't attack Mew anyway, so we're gonna end our turn here. I'm not gonna swap Charmander out just yet. All right, that actually kind of helps me out a little bit. Hopefully, we got a Leaf and a Moltres in his hand. We got Charmeleon and Charizard, so that's not too bad, I guess. Fortunately, Charmeleon needs 3 energy to attack, which we're not going to have just yet, but we'll work with what we got. Alright, well, we got 2 energy into our Charmeleon. This is going to be a slow and steady race here. I would like to get Arceus taken out. Actually, no, I probably want to get Mew taken out first because that genome hacking, I always want to call it gnome hacking because I'm an idiot. But that genome hacking will spell trouble in the future if they manage to get Mew going. All right, give me something. Well, there's Moltres. But unfortunately, I need 2 energy to even get Charmeleon out, so I would kind of just be wasting my time here. Unless I can draw into a Leaf. Now, would they be running Budding Expeditioner? They possibly could be. We're going to attack in the Mew anyhow. And then what I'm going to do next turn is they don't play anything else on their bench. Is forcibly tag in the Arceus. Which maybe I should have did this turn. But I didn't want to get hit for 70. And I want to make them waste resources getting Mew out. Alright, they get all their energy in the Arceus. They may have a Leaf or they don't have anything actually. Okay. Well, in that case, we're getting rid of Arceus. We're not gonna deal with that shit. Gotta make sure Arceus goes bye-bye. Energy into Charizard. We're gonna Sabrina and Arceus. Kind of have made them waste their time putting all that energy into him. And they conceded. All right, well, I would gladly take that. They definitely didn't want to lose their Arceus there. They probably should have built up the Mew and one-shot my Charizard, but I will take what happened here. But a good game to that opponent, and I will go actually find one more match. Alrighty, looks like I found my for real final opponent here. And we do get the good fortune of going second. I've had terrible hands every single time, so now we got something halfway decent. A Pokeball and Professor Oak. We can actually play the deck as intended for the first time. But let's see what we're going up against. So possibly Weavile and Darkrai. But we'll see if we can endure this here. We do have to hit on these coin tosses for this to amount to anything though. And coin tosses and me usually don't get along. Alright, we get our Charmeleon. Hopefully this Pokeball is a Charizard. Or a Charmander. It's another Moltres. Not ideal, but that's okay. Hopefully this Oak, however, will give me either Heat Rotom or Charmander. Get another Rocky Helmet, another Professor Oak. Okay. Well, we're going to throw this Rocky Helmet onto our Moltres to make him second guess attacking me here. And, well, I guess I really have no choice but to build up this Moltres in the background here. So that's precisely what I'm going to do. Okay. And we're not going to hit on our coin tosses, really. You only get the one heads. Not what you want, but it's what we get. We'll endure and do what we can. Now, let's see what they have to do here. They have their Darkrai. And they already have their Weavile. So we're going to get hit for 90 here. Since they can do that with Darkrai. And they don it up. Which I kind of figured that was where they were going, since they put the energy into Darkrai first. And we're going to take the hit here. And I get Sabrina. I'm really not hitting in anything. Heat Rotom and Charmeleon. No Charmander, though. I put a Rocky Helmet in this Moltres since it's getting ready to come right back. Or since it's getting ready to go into the active field, I should say. Alright, well, we're going to have to retreat this Moltres. Bring in this Moltres. And we're going to Inferno Dance it up and build up our Heat Rotom. Barring 3 tails, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, because that happens to me quite a lot. And there's 1. And we only get 1. Alright, well, not good, but better than nothing, I suppose. And no Charmander in sight yet, which is still not good. Now, hopefully we don't get Cyrus here. Yep, we're going to take 20 from the Darkrai, and then 90 from the Weavile. Right, none of this is ideal, but we're going to try to make do the best we can. And we popped in from another 20. Now, hopefully to God, I draw on the Charmander here. We get a Pokeball, so they can either be Heat Rotom or Charmander. And we get our boy. There's the lad. Now, unfortunately, I'm kind of in the position where I just have to let Moltres die and go for the sweep. So I really need this to be 3 heads. I doubt, very, 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 very seriously doubt I get that, because I'd never get that. Hello? Okay, well, we got 2, which really, really needed 3, but that's better than none. I can at the very least KO 1. Now, if they have a Cyrus here, I'm shit screwed. And I think I might be screwed anyway, because I think all they're really going to do here is tag Weavile out and bring Darkrai in to one-shot me. Or they don't even have to do that. They can just put an energy into Darkrai and sweep me here. It just took way too long to get built up. We did not hit on anything we needed. Yeah, this is an unwinnable one, but we're gonna go down swinging regardless. Pop him for a solid 60. And then go ahead and put your energy into Darkrai. Do 20 to Heat Rotom. And then we'll have to, unfortunately, take, of course, 90 damage from or 70 damage from Weavile. I don't know where I was getting that. Well, I'm saying 90, because 20 from the Darkrai, 70 from Weavile, and that's going to be it. Yeah, another case where, unfortunately, we did not get started fast enough. Which, that's, of course, the problem with Charizard. When you don't hit, you really, really, really don't hit. Not to say Charizard's not good, but when you really don't hit, you don't hit. And, obviously, don't want to pair... don't really want to pair Charizard with Heat Rotom. Arcanine is still your best bet, I think. By a mile. I mean, I haven't tried anything that has come with, Arceus, the Arceus pack that just recently came out. Because I don't really know what to pair it with. I haven't really drawn a lot off of it, but maybe Houndour might be good to try. But yeah. But anyway, good game to the opponent. As always, feel free to leave me any notes on how I can build a better Charizard deck or anything that would be fun to experiment with. Obviously, as I said before, Arcanine is definitely your best bet to go with Charizard. Heat Rotom was not effective at all in this deck, which I didn't think they would be. But we tried nonetheless. But again, if you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.